Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this Hands Ella Contracting podcast, our weekly all hands meeting. Welcome, guys.
Good morning to
Good
everybody.
morning.
Good morning. Well, we have a guest with us today. We have Francisco, who's always here. Seems like James couldn't be here today. James is off at he's at a job fair, so he's
Awesome.
trying to find some new employees. So James, good luck out there. Tell them who we are and bring us some good help. We need the help.
Good.
And our guest today is Jose.
How's it going, guys?
Jose is one of our project managers. He is based out of our Austin office, but he's down here a lot. And we're going to talk with Jose today about what a project manager is, what a project manager does, and if someone's interested in one day becoming a project manager, how you go about doing that. So I look forward to having that conversation.
Yeah, looking forward to the conversation.
It's going to be good. With James not being here, I know there's one thing James would want us to share with everybody, and that is we need help. We are looking for employees. So if you know someone who's looking for work, direct them to ellasa.com. Go all the way to the right, click on careers, and all the open positions we have are listed there. So if you know anybody, pass that information along. That being said, I also want to remind everybody about the podcast contest. This month, again, we're doing dinner and a movie for you and a significant other, or you and your family.
That sounds pretty awesome.
It's always good.
Yeah.
It's a $100 gift card. The gift card is going to cover a selection of restaurants, and then a $50 gift card to Cinemark movie theaters, so that you can take your loved one or loved ones out to dinner and a movie. And then I was thinking this morning about I'm trying to get ahead of what we're doing and plan things a little better. For the May contest, we're not going to do dinner and a movie. I think we're going to do a $200 gift card to Cavender's Boots.
Oh, wow.
We can buy some new boots. With
Get
that.
a new pair of boots
Even
with that,
better.
absolutely, or maybe part of a new pair of boots.
By
But-
chance, you saw my boots?
Yeah, I saw your boots, and I thought we need to get a gift card. So the April contest is going to be dinner and a movie, and then the May contest will be a gift card for Cavender Boots, so that you can get some boots for your personal life or some work boots. I know they have a great selection of work
Awesome.
boots there.
That's a
So
good idea.
anyway, with that being said, I wanted to jump ahead to our employee shout out this week. I was asking around, like I always do, what's going on in the field? What are you seeing out there? And I had one name come back a couple of times this week, and Richard Garcia.
That's a
Richard
great-
Garcia. You know, I'm blessed to get to talk to Richard usually a couple of times a week. I'll see him in the yard, or I'll see him in the office, or I'll see him at the ops scheduling meeting, or I'll run into him on a job site if I'm lucky, or I'll get to talk to him on the phone. And Richard, to me, you know, if we had a company children's book, instead of Where's Waldo, it would be Where's Richard? Because that guy is constantly traveling. He is all over the state of Texas. I will talk to him on a Monday morning, and he's in Vernon, and then I will talk to him on Wednesday midday, and he's in Laredo, and then on Thursday he's here in the office for a meeting or something.
He's all over the place. He's a high energy person.
Yeah.
He's always hyper. He's always jumping. He's always willing to help,
Absolutely,
which I totally agreed with that shout out this week.
absolutely.
He's
So
a great
Richard,
guy.
thank you for everything you do. You are a living example of what we're trying to do here at Ella, and we appreciate it very, very
Thank you,
much.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you, Richard.
Which leads us, you know, I was going to say Richard is a great example of our core values. He absolutely is. Which brings us into this week's core value, the one I want to talk about. And last week we talked about no drama. This week I want to talk about humble.
There you go.
What does humble mean to you, Jose?
Humble means that being able to know when you need the help, being able to know when you need other people to be right there next to you and help you out with stuff, and knowing when you need help, basically.
Absolutely.
But I think it's a person that has an arrogant attitude, right? He's always willing to be there, but not be flashy.
Yep.
I think he's a person that he's not looking to make a name for his own. He's trying to be a part of the team. That's what I think the humble person is.
We looked up the definition before the podcast today, and the definition is having a modest view of one's own importance, not being proud or arrogant.
There you go.
And when I think of humility or being humble, I think of being a team player. Like
Yeah.
you said, it's impossible to be a valuable part of a team and not have humility,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
We need to be proud of be part of this team, but we don't need to be arrogant, right?
Yeah.
So,
No, I think there's a difference between confidence and humble. Confidence in knowing that you can do it, but as I said earlier, I think humble to recognize when you need either someone's help or you need assistance finishing that task.
And that's something in our business that unfortunately we see from time to time. Somebody who wants to be, they want everybody to think they are more experienced than they probably are. And none of us have this all figured out. I know I don't have it all figured out. I mean,
no.
humbling yourself and asking for help, I can't think of a better example to set for young employees.
Yeah.
Humble yourself
and
and ask for help.
I think this business is really one that will humble you.
Yep.
If you don't have that quality, right? Because many times I've met guys that are 30, even 40 years into this industry, and I've heard them say, well, that's the first for me.
Yeah.
And you can imagine 30 years, 40 years into something, you think you've seen it all, but at the end of the day, you don't.
You always learn something new.
It's an evolving business. Our business is constantly evolving, and I don't think you ever get to the finish line.
No.
You never get to the point where you have it all figured out. So humble is our core value of the day. Anyway, all right. Next, we want to jump into safety. So what's going on in the world of safety?
Well,
Francisco?
I want to share with you guys this national work zone awareness. This is with TxDOT. They are just bringing our attention to that during that week of the April 20th to the 24th of this year to be cautious, right? And this is related with L 100%. So now we're getting more public jobs. We are closer to these highways and freeways.
Yeah.
Working in Austin in the Capex job.
Absolutely.
Working in the KT pipeline job in New Braunfels. Mm-hmm. Same thing. There is a lot of traffic. There's a lot of people speeding, and we need to be cautious working near these highways and freeways.
Well, I think nowadays distracted driving is probably up there as the number one factor.
So these are numbers. I always like numbers. I like to talk about data. In 2025, there were more than 28,000 traffic crashes in Texas.
In Texas?
In just work zones. This is just work zones. Work areas.
Gosh.
Those that we always saw, right?
I had no idea.
Traffic fines double if you are driving in a work zone. So out of these crashes, 203 people were killed. And we're talking about probably a flagger, probably a concrete worker working near side of the road, and people just distracted or speeding or not paying attention cause these accidents. So we need to drive smart in work zones. We need to slow down, follow all of the posted work zone speed limits, right? Remember that fines are going to be double. Always looking for those traffic signs. We need to pay attention on driving, avoid distractions. We already talked about distractions before: phones, radio, food. We are trying to reach something in the car, right? So keep those distractions away or put them on the side when you are driving. Do not tailgate. Keep safe distance between your vehicle and the vehicle in the front. Always. Obey all of the road crew flaggers. One more time. Pay attention on all of the signs. And most of the time what we see on these work zones are temporary signs. So always pay attention on those. Read, check, double check. Allow extra time, plan ahead so you're not tempted to speed. So take your time in the morning to drive or commute to work or to school. Be careful with our guys out there, right? We are all the time, driving or working near these freeways and highways. So please, guys, let's help with this campaign from TechStat and try to be safe and try to save a guy out there.
The dates again are April 20th through the 27th.
It is the 20th through the 24th.
20th through the 24th
of this month. So.
And how many people again in construction died that year?
So 28 traffic crashes in Texas work zones last year, just in 2025. 20,000 and 203 people were killed.
203 people killed in that. That's a very
so that might be a construction worker, or that might be the person that was speeding or driving on the work zone.
Wow, that's a lot more frequent than I guessed.
So guys, just going with safety and following up with safety. Guys out there, please keep up with your EHA meetings every day. Make sure you communicate with every part of the crew out there. Let them know what we're doing. Be careful. Be extra cautious. And we don't want to have an accident out there. We need to everybody go home at the end of the day safe, right? Absolutely. With our families.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Francisco.
Thank you very much, guys.
That's good info.
Appreciate it.
Over to Jose. So, Jose, welcome again.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for taking the time to come join us. One of the things we try to do in the podcast is one of the sections we're trying to do every few weeks is teaching the rest of the company about what certain positions do. So let me start with saying, what is a project manager at Ella Contracting?
Well, the way I like to put it and describe it is I make sure the lights are green for all the field guys to keep putting in the work, producing the work, and that they don't hit red lights. So speaking about traffic, I think it was very fitting. I work on the back end to make sure that the guys have plenty of work ahead of them on the job site. We don't run into issues. And then amongst other things, I manage the financials of the job. So another analogy is I'm a mini CEO of that job for Ella, making sure that our financials are in line, contract language, meets to our expectations, and making sure that most importantly, everyone is safe, can perform the work safely, and get to go home, and at the same time still make a living doing what everyone likes to do is come work, lay pipe, and be part of Ella.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead, Francisco.
It is a lot of work involved on the project managing, permitting. They have to do all the permitting too.
All the permitting and all the back end stuff. So basically, I do all the work on the back end. That way the field guys don't have to worry about permitting.
Right.
And that way they don't have to worry about contracts.
Right.
And that way their sole focus is installing the work and going home at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. So estimating puts a package together. They put a job together. They go out and they bid that job, which an estimate is a fancy word for a guess. Guessing what this job is going to cost, what it's going to take in time, what it's going to take in equipment. And then what you're doing is trying to execute that job within that budget, within that schedule, within what our clients' expectations are.
Yeah. So like you said, we estimate the job, and then estimating and the project team will get together. We'll talk about what we saw, what we didn't see, what we see on paper. And then it's the project team's responsibility to go ahead and go out and execute to that. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, see if there's other ways we can find to either save, on budget or increase how fast we can put stuff in, or, try to play with, moving a crew here, moving a crew there. It's finding ways that can be advantageous to Ella.
Great. Now, I imagine it helps you to get feedback from the field.
Oh, tremendous.
So what, if I'm out working in the field, if I'm working on one of your jobs, what kind of information can I give you that helps you do your job?
Any information is good information for me. If, you guys are hitting soft material, hard material, the material that you need to install is not showing up, or it's defective, or hey, I'm open to any ideas of what you think might be faster. Most importantly, if you guys say, hey, I think it's going to be safer doing it this way, that's the number one priority, is making sure everyone gets home safe. And so if there's a safer way to do something, I'm all ears for that. If you have ideas on, maybe we change up to this equipment, or I had this idea, I saw this, let's talk about it, because all that's going to help. And like you said, we can't be everywhere at once,
Right.
Except Richard.
Except Richard. Go get him, Richard.
But yeah, any input is good input, and I just need people to speak up, tell me what you see, what you think, and we'll go for it, and we'll go from there.
Now, if I wanted to be a project manager, if that was a goal for me in the future, what kind of qualifications do I need? What kind of positions do I need to be in? What kind of experience do I need to build so that maybe one day I could apply for a project manager position?
There's several routes you can take. The route I personally took was, I went to University of Texas at El Paso, got my engineering degree, and I started as a field engineer for one of the top 5 GCs in the country. Did a couple years doing that, got really boots on the ground experience, seeing how the work was built. And then from there, just started slowly moving up the chain and gaining more responsibilities. But I like to emphasize that understanding the work on the ground is most important. And that was my path. I know people in other different paths that they started out in the field, got their field experience over X amount of years, and then they slowly started gaining more responsibility, and that's how they became a project manager. So there's several ways to get into it, but I think at the scheme of things, it's gaining and knowing how to build the work is going to translate into being a project manager that understands how the work is built before it's even built.
Yeah.
Great. Well, that's great information. Thank you for sharing that with us. And if anyone out there, if that's something you're interested in chasing as you develop your career, always feel free to grab Jose or any of the project managers and just ask them, hey, man, how do I get where you're at?
Yeah.
That sounds like an interesting career. I'd like to do that someday. So anyway, thank you, Jose. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Jose, very much to share this information with us. I mean, you're one of the great project managers we have in the company, and we appreciate your work too.
Absolutely.
And we are happy to have you as a part of the team.
Happy to be here, and I can only see a bright future for Ella.
What's your next job you're on?
So next job is we got big box culvert work coming up in Austin. That's going to be pretty heavy, 61,000 pound box culverts that we're going to be setting. For that, we got a 24-inch ductile iron line kicking off in San Antonio, and then we got a 24-inch another water line in Romfels that is kicked off and about to get hot and heavy. So
you got 3 full projects going
I
on.
got 3 full projects.
All right, everybody wish Jose luck. He's got a full plate this year. Anyway, and with that, we're going to say goodbye. Thank you again for sharing your time with us, gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right, be safe, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thank you.